Okay, thanks, Kristen. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, council, staff, residents, and our special guests tonight. And I'm welcoming you to the regular council meeting for Tuesday, June the 17th, 2025, and we're being streamed live. I'll call the meeting to order with the land acknowledgement. We are meeting today on the traditional territory of many nations, including the Huron-Wendat, Anishinaabe, and the Haudenosaunee peoples. We acknowledge our shared obligation to respect, honor, and sustain these lands and the natural resources contained within. We honor their cultures and celebrate their commitment to this land. We would also like to acknowledge the Mohawk and Algonquin nations, whose traditional and unceded territory we are gathered upon today. Hastings County is situated on treaty land that is steeped in rich Indigenous history and home to many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people. Next, I need a motion to approve the agenda for the regular meeting of the Council of the Municipality of Marmorn Lake for Tuesday, June 17th, 2025. Can I have a mover and a seconder, please? Ron? Second, Mike. Any comments or discussion on the agenda? Being none, all in favor? That's carried. Is there any declaration of pecuniary interest? Thank you, none noted. Next is the mayor's report. June the 3rd, I presided over the regular Marmorn Lake Council meeting. June the 5th, I participated in a luncheon meeting organized by John Nicholas, Hastings County, to be acquainted with two medical students. Two medical students were wrapping up a week's rotation in Marmor and Madoc clinics. Dr. Dullage, Dr. Payman, John Nicholas, and I encouraged them to consider their medical career in this area and outlined the incentive packages available. Both of the students were attending medical school in Ottawa. In the afternoon, I attended the office to sign documents and meet with the CAO. June the 10th, I attended a meeting in Kingston with the Southeast Health Board staff and local MPPs to discuss long-term funding for the Board of Health beyond the committed funding for the merger. MPP Ted Sue, MPP Rick Verseeth attended in person. MPP Steve Clark's parliamentary assistant, Michael Jiggins, attended, and Tyler Alsop, MPP, attended virtually. We previously had met with MPP John Jordan. On June the 11th, I participated in a community governance and best practices meeting with representatives of the Ministry of Health to discuss progress of the new health board mergers, and these meetings will occur quarterly. June the 13th, I participated in the opening ceremonies for the Crow Valley Lions Club Jamboree. I extended a welcome to the country music fans on behalf of the municipality of Marmorn Lake and council. I thank Cynthia Reed and her team, the volunteers, the sponsors, and the entertainers for organizing and managing this great community event. June the 14th, I regretted I could not attend the Fireman's Open House event, but I understand it went well, and I just wanted to say thank you to Tony and his team and volunteers for this event. June the 17th, I attended Hastings County Planning and Development and Finance, Property, and Personnel Committee meetings. This afternoon, I attended a doctor recruitment meeting in Center Hastings, and tonight is the regular meeting of Council, Marmorn Lake Council. And I want to share with you a thank you note that I received from the Campbellford Memorial Hospital. And it said, Mayor O'Neill, on behalf of the Campbellford Memorial Hospital, I would like to thank you and your council for your ongoing support and advocacy, helping us to secure the planning grant for redevelopment of the hospital. We look forward to working with you, and as we define and plan for our area residents' needs. And that was from the board chair. Thank you. Now it is my pleasure to recognize the contribution to Marmorn Lake by two of our senior employees. Tony Brownson, Fire Chief, and Victor Reed, Manager of Environment Services, on the occasion of their retirement. It's my honor to stand before you today as we mark an important moment, not just for our municipality, but commemorate these two individuals whose dedication and service have helped shape our community to what it is today. Today, we celebrate the retirements of two outstanding members of our senior management team, Victor Reed and Tony Brownson. Victor is retiring as our Manager of Environmental Services, and Tony is our Fire Chief and Community Emergency Management Coordinator at the end of this month. Between them, they've given almost 4 decades of service to our community as employees of the municipality, even longer if you consider the other volunteer service. I think I speak for everyone when I say their contributions will not be forgotten. Victor and Tony have been more than just employees. They have also been leaders, whether it was through difficult decisions or everyday moments of commitment. They've shown that it truly means what it truly means to serve with pride and purpose. Their work will have a lasting mark, not just on the departments they've served, but on the people they worked with and the lives they've touched across the community. Victor and Tony, we thank you for your dedication, your loyalty, and your many years of hard work. You've more than earned this next chapter, and while we'll miss you, we wish you every happiness in the years ahead. Let's take a moment to acknowledge their incredible journeys and offer our heartfelt appreciation as we officially honor their retirements. So I'd like to call you up to the podium, Victor and Tony. Just if you come around, we're going to try and make this work so that the public can hear what we're saying. Thank you very much. Thank you, Tony. And I'd like now to call your partners up, please. Maybe. We all know that the partners are of vital importance to careers of these people, and so we'd like to just honor you as supporting Victor and Tony in their careers and to your contribution to the community. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So close in a bit, so you get everybody in the picture. So help me if I step out of it, John, and maybe just individual pictures. Just individual.
Great, thank you.
I should have asked, do either of you want to say anything, Tony or Victor? Sorry.
I'd just like to say thank you to all the staff. It's a very emotional time in my life. And I'd like to say, growing up and joining the fire department at 17 years of age with my father, it's been a long, joyous career. I've never done it for the money. I've only done it for basically for our municipality. So I would like to say thank you for the support that all the councils I've been through, fire chiefs that were before me, and I think I'm the 3rd or 4th fire chief in the history of Marmora Fire Department. And I'd like to recognize those. Jim Gordonier, Cease Neal, and Mike Fulneff were the 3 fire chiefs that preceded me. And I think in our history of the fire department, we've strived to provide the best service to our community, our residents, our visitors. And I'm proud to say that in my job as a fire chief, we've never had a fatality in a house fire. We've never had a lawsuit, and we've kept our budget at very low thing. So going forward, I wish the best to the fire department. I wish the best for decisions that council make in the future for the fire department and the fire service in Marmora. We've got a great team. I've got to put a shout out, first of all, to my wife who put up with me all these years as my wife, the mother of all my 8 kids and very, very many children. And without her, I probably couldn't have done it. Fire department has taken a front seat to my life above my family and my kids. One of my volunteer firefighters joins now, the first thing I say to them, I said, "You're a volunteer firefighter, you give as much as you can, but remember your family comes first, your work comes second, because they're volunteers and they do have a job. And fire department comes last." And I know that sounds selfish, but that's the way it is. And so I'm very proud of all my firefighters. I have 30 wonderful volunteers, and I have great staff. And I hope moving forward that the decisions council make in the succession planning reflects that. And I wish everybody, and I'm going to be around for a while, so I wish everybody a very safe, fire safe 2025 and 2026. Thank you.
Are you sure, Victor? Okay, again, thank you very much for your service. You both deserve it, and I just hope that you have a wonderful retirement. So next on the agenda, we need a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of the Council of the Municipality of Marmora Lake for Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025. Can I have a mover and a seconder, please? Eric and Ron. Any discussion on those minutes? Being none, all in favor? That's carried. So next on the agenda is the Municipal Disaster Recovery Assistance report by Nancy. And the recommendation is, whereas the Corporation of the Municipality of Marmora Lake recently experienced a severe ice storm from March 28th to March 30th, 2025, and has experienced incremental operating and capital costs far exceeding the 2025 budget, the Council of the Corporation of the Municipality of Marmora Lake hereby requests that the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing activate the Municipal Disaster Recovery Assistance Program, and further that the Municipal Treasurer, Nancy Sinclair, be given delegated authority to verify and attest to the accuracy of the attached claim. Can I have a mover and a seconder? Jane, second Mike. Any questions or comments? Jane?
Nancy, I take it this isn't something that we do very often. Has this, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Has this process already started? The request for relief?
Through the chair to Councillor Lactos. We've had a meeting with Municipal Affairs of Housing, just to go over, like, if we qualified, like the initial, like, this is what's going on. And they seemed like, yes, this is something that we should definitely pursue. So the first step we have to do is get council's direction to activate the program. And then it's almost like a grant, like there's a lot of paperwork. You have to submit invoices and stuff. We meet the threshold, like the main part is you have to be 3% of your tax levy, which we will exceed for sure.
Okay, threshold. Okay, and devil's advocate, if we're not successful in securing some or all of it, does the rest of it come out of reserves, or is there a budget amount we pull from?
We would probably have to look into reserves. We would see where Dylan is in his budget, but he's like, it's the brushing that's the huge issue.
Yeah.
We're probably going to be about 260,000 by the time this is done, and his budget was 30. So, yeah, we'd probably have to look at reserves.
And is there a timeline in this whole process?
So I have to have the claim in by July 28th.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right, thanks very much.
Thanks, Jane. Any other comments or questions on Nancy's report? Being none, all in favor? That's carried. Thank you, Nancy. Next, recycling transition update, report by Kayla McLean. And the recommendation is the council received the recycling transition update report dated June 17th, 2025 for information. And I have a mover and a seconder. Eric and Mike, any comments or questions? Kayla's online, I see. Eric?
Through the chair, Kayla, is Circular Materials responsible for any communication to the public at all?
Yeah, I believe they're going to be doing radio ads and stuff on their end, but we're putting out mailers, and then we've also been putting stuff on our social media page and our website.
Okay, so I've seen the municipality's done a great job of putting communications out on the municipal website with the links. It's there electronically, it's on social media. So there will be a mailer going out as well then for residents that don't have technology or are seasonal residents?
Yep, you bet. It's on its way.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Kayla. Thanks, Eric. Any further, John?
If I may, through your chair to Councillor Dow, there's also, as I understand, as the taxes are going out, there's also something in the insert which is giving some communication on that. So again, communications in terms of social media, all that stuff, plus the traditional mail and all going through the taxes as well.
Perfect. Thank you. So all in, oh, sorry, I didn't see your hand, Mike. Go ahead.
Kayla, I don't know if it was you did it, but somebody got the days changed for Thanet Lake and Dickey Lake up here in the north to Tuesday. If you did it, thank you very much, because it was Thursdays, and I could just imagine people leaving Sunday night and leaving all their recycling out for 4 or 5 days before it got picked up. I'm sure a lot of it would have been all over the road with all the coons and squirrels and everything else. So
Oh, I'm glad
thank
that
you
worked
very
out.
much. I appreciate it.
I had nothing to do with that, but thank
Take
you.
Okay, thanks, Mike. Thanks, Kayla. Anything further? Being none, all in favor? That's carried. Next, Victor's asset management plan update. And the recommendation is the council receive this asset management planning progress update report dated June 17th, 2025 for information. Can I have a mover and a seconder? Mike, second? Can I get a seconder? Jane? Any comments or questions on Victor's report? Mike?
Does this have, hopefully it doesn't have any effect on our accessing funding or grants going forward until it's completed? I know the problems sometimes get sticky if you don't have certain things that they want done on their due date.
Through the chair to
Don?
Stevens, no, this will not affect the 2025 grant funding application.
Oh.
It's for the 2026 season but it'll be well completed by that time.
Thanks, Victor. I thought you'd left. I can't see you. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Victor. Any further questions or comments? Being none, all in favor? That's carried. Thanks, Victor. Next, report from the CAOs, and it's the status update for June 2025. And the recommendation is that council accept the CAO status update June 2025 report dated June the 17th, 2025 for information. Can I have a mover and a seconder, please? Ron, second Jane. Any comments or questions on that report? Being none, did you want to comment, John, or no? Okay,
No, if there's, what you'll see is that as these go forward in the second, what will happen is as they're completed, then they'll fall off the list as we go forward. My hope is to take the whole top so it's completely empty, but we're not quite there yet.
thank you. If there's no comments or further questions, can I have a motion? All in favor? That's carried. Next, John's report on household hazardous waste depot cost sharing agreement. And the recommendation is that council receive the hazardous waste program services report dated June 17th, 2025 for information. That council accept the terms and conditions as set out in the cost sharing agreement to provide Marmorn Lake residents with continued access to the household hazardous waste depot for the safe and regulated disposal of household hazardous waste. And further, that council approve the bylaw authorizing the execution of this cost sharing agreement for the operation of the hazardous waste depot between the corporation of the municipality of Marmorn Lake and the corporation of the city of Belleville, the corporation of the city of Quinte West, the corporation of the county of Prince Edward, the corporation of the township of Madoc, the corporation of the municipality of Center Hastings, corporation of the township of Sterling Rawdon, corporation of the municipality of Tweed, and the corporation of the township of Tyendinaga. Can I have a mover and a seconder, please? Jane and Mike. Any comments on that report? Jane?
I just have a question for clarification, because I know I do get asked about this possibly coming to our municipality a few times. On page 27, mid paragraph, ideally that this would incorporate, and then we go on and it says municipal waste services agreement, which includes curbside collection of household waste and organics. Does that mean that we're going to be getting a separate garbage bin to pick up kitchen organics and stuff like that, like they do in, like, say, Northumberland County?
Oh, sorry. Oh, through your chair, I think the deputy mayor has an answer for that.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, no, we do not get organics.
Sure.
That's because that whole contract was the city of Belleville and Quinte Waste, or Quinte West, sorry, for Quinte Waste. So we're ponying in on the hazardous waste system, which was under the old Quinte Waste conglomerate, which is all those municipalities that Mayor O'Neill just read off. So they've made a major contract with Circular Materials, I do believe it is, and we are in on the hazardous waste section of that.
Okay, I got all excited when I saw the word.
Sorry.
All
I
right.
have 2 bins in my yard.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Eric.
Yeah, just a comment. I'd definitely encourage the municipality to communicate this information out. When you look at the mobile collections that are going to take place, that's almost 10 grand per event. So that's a lot of money. We really need to make sure that the municipality is putting it out there so residents are aware that those are available and have access proceeding. I know we do that anyway, but I guess think of other opportunities throughout the year when we can promote and make sure residents are aware. Same with ensuring residents are aware of their ability to use the depot in Belleville. Based on the data here, only 114 Marmorn Lake residents access the depot. At what our cost is going to be, that's about $60 when someone goes there. all our residents have the ability to use that facility, so we should ensure that we communicate and make sure they know that that's available for them.
Thanks, Eric.
So through your chair to Counselor Dow, duly noted, and we'll make sure we do that. Thank you.
Thanks, John. So any further comments or questions? Being none, all in favor? That's carried. Committee and board reports. So Eastern Ontario's Trails Alliance, ETO minutes from April the 10th, 2025. And Economic Development Advisory Committee minutes of May 7th, 2025. And the recommendation is that the foregoing minutes and reports of the committees and boards listed are hereby received for information. Can I have a mover and a seconder? Eric? And second, Jane? Any comments or questions on those minutes? Eric?
Just a quick note, coming up on June 21st, the EOTA has been working on a Rock in the Trails event, which is a circular tour around the trails. Over 1,000 passes have been sold, so there is going to be a whole lot of bikes and ATVs out on the trail. So the tour isn't coming directly to Marmora, but very close. So there will be participants getting off the trail to come here to eat, to get gas, to stop at the mine. So if you're out on the trails or the roads, be aware. If you are planning to use the trails and you're not part of that event, maybe go north instead of south that weekend. OPP are going to be at the major road crossings to ensure safety because the overwhelming amount of vehicles. The ride is sold out, but anyone that does want to go to the concert on the Saturday night, tickets are still available for that.
Thanks, Eric. Any further comments or questions? Being none, all in favor? That's carried. Excuse me. Next, correspondence for direction. Hastings County Council report from May the 28th, 2025. And the recommendation is the council receive the report for information. And I have a mover and a seconder. Ron? Second? Mike? Any comments or questions on that county council report? All in favor? That's carried. Eastern Ontario Wardens Caucus June 2025 newsletter. And the recommendation is the council accept the newsletter for information. And I have a mover and a seconder. Eric, and second, Mike. Any comments or questions on that newsletter? Mike?
Are they going to put, this is the first time I've seen one of those in a long time from the Eastern Ontario Wardens Caucus. Are they put it on a regular basis? Or are they going to that? Do you know, Jan?
I'm
Found
not,
it very interesting.
I'm not sure of the exact schedule, but I think they meet maybe quarterly.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything further? All in favor? That's carried. Marmora Crow Valley Lions Club request road closure for Canada Day Parade, and the recommendation is that council approve the request of the Marmora Crow Valley Lions Club to allow the Canada Day Parade to follow its usual route on Tuesday, July 1st, 2025, and direct the Lions Club to notify emergency services of all associated road closures. And I have a mover and a seconder, Eric, and second, Ron. Any comments or questions on that request? All in favor? That's carried. Bylaws, bylaw number 2025-40 being an agreement and transfer authorization bylaw, being a bylaw to authorize the disposition and transfer of the land operated by the Centre and South Hastings Waste Services Board, and for which title is registered in the name of the municipality of Marmora Lake as to its respective share. Can I have a mover and a seconder, please? Mike and Ron. Any comments on that bylaw? Being none, all in favor? That's carried. Bylaw number 2025-42, cost sharing MOA execution bylaw, being a bylaw to authorize the execution of a cost sharing agreement between the corporation of the municipality of Marmora Lake and participating municipalities with respect to a household hazardous waste depot. Can I have a mover and a seconder, please? Mike and Ron. Any discussion or comments? All in favor? That's carried. Notice of motions or announcements. Anyone have any notice or any announcements? Eric?
First thing, on the weekend, I attended the open house at the fire department. I just wanted to say thank you to the fire department and all the volunteers. They worked really hard all week cleaning and prepping the trucks and the fire hall. They had it set up. There was so many kids there when I was there, having a great time, learning, taking pictures. So thank you for all the work that went into that event. For any businesses, Marmorant Lake ECDev and Tourism Department is once again doing the Support Local Saturdays with help from the summer student Sydney. These are short video interviews that give you a chance to meet local businesses, the owners, and learn about their services. You can watch them on the Visit Marmorant Lake Facebook page. If you are a business owner and want to participate and be interviewed to show off your products, you can contact the ECDev and Tourism Department to set up an interview and reserve a spot. They are limited.
Thanks, Eric. Anyone else? Okay, next we need a motion to go into, we'll proceed into closed meeting session under the Municipal Act 2001, Section 239(2)(c), a proposed or pending acquisition or disposition of land by the municipality or local board, and it's regarding industrial land. B, labor relations or employee negotiations regarding union negotiations. B, personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees, and it's a department update. B, personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees. K, a position, plan, procedure, criteria, or instruction to be applied to any negotiations carried on or to be carried on by or on behalf of the municipality or local board, and it's regarding fire department succession plan. Can I have a mover and a seconder to go into closed, please? Jane, and second? Ron? All in favor? That's carried.